Namaste. This is JVN Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics in Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss on the module Criteria for Decision Making Under Uncertainty. This module is a part of the course Operation Research and under the program of BBA 6th semester and integrated BBA LLB 6th semester of the university. The today's session of criteria for decision making under uncertainty is an important part of the unit, the chapter of decision making and decision making and the decision theory is a very important model of the course or the subject Operation Research. Decision theory deals with the concept of decision making under various conditions, favorable conditions or the unfavorable conditions, certainty and uncertainty, and it will provide the best decision option, the best decision making for a decision maker. And this model of decision theory is is applicable in almost every field because the concept of decision making is a very important concept and almost in every condition and for the different situations a person has to make a decision. Therefore the concept of decision theory is very important there. And the today's topic of decision making under uncertainty criteria is just deals the problems of decision making when the decision maker or the researcher is familiar about the states of nature, but he or she is not familiar or not aware with the outcomes and their probabilities, certainly. So that is the concept of the decision making under the uncertainty criteria. And here just we can say that for the decision maker it is difficult to make the decision under the condition of uncertainty because he is not sure about their results or their outcomes, and he or she just might have the chance of the wrong decision in the future. That's why this module, the today's session, just deals with the different criteria of decision making under this uncertainty, and these are just given by like maximum criteria, the minimax criteria, and the Harvey's criteria or the Laplace criteria. So these are the different criteria for the decision making under uncertainty, and by the using of these criteria of uncertainty, a decision maker can find the optimal solution, can find the optimal course of action, state of nature for that for the problem. So now we share some slides to explain this topic in more better way, and with some examples. So we take slides. So initially the concept of decision process is given that and what is a decision process and decision. A decision is an act of choice wherein a researcher forms a conclusion. So a decision can be taken as an act of choice wherein a researcher forms a conclusion about what must be done under a given situation. And this process of decision making, so the decision making is a process to arrive at a decision, to reach at a decision, or the process by which an individual or an organization chooses a position or the action from many alternatives. Now, decision making under uncertainty. A decision problem where decision maker researcher is aware of various possible states of nature. So he is aware for the various possible states of nature, but has insufficient information to assign any probabilities of occurrence to them. So it means he is aware about the various possible states of nature, but has insufficient information, so not having the complete information for assigning the probabilities of occurrence to them. And this process is known as the decision making under uncertainty. A decision under uncertainty is when there are many unknowns and no possibility of knowing what could occur in the future to alter the outcome of a decision. So that means under this concept, here the decision maker, for the decision maker there are many unknowns and no possibility of knowing what could occur in the future, and just he cannot control the outcome for a decision. So what decision will, what outcome will come, he is not sure about that. And we feel uncertainty about a situation where we can't predict with complete confidence what the outcomes of our actions will be. So that is the uncertainty, means where just we cannot predict with complete confidence that what will be the outcome in the future, and we experience uncertainty about a specific question when we can't give a single answer with complete confidence. So in that case, in these conditions, a single answer is not possible to give because the uncertainty is always there for the process of decision making. And now we take one example to explain this, launching a new product. So launching a new product, a major change in the marketing strategy, or could be influenced by such factors as the reaction of competitors, new competitors, technological changes, changes in the customer demand, economic shifts, government legislation, and a host of conditions beyond your control. So these are the various just conditions have been taken which affect these two events, like launching a new product and a major change in marketing strategy. So these are the different just factors which affects these, and we can see these factors as new competitors, the technological changes, changes in the customer demand, economical shifts, government legislation. So these are the different factors which affects these events, and the decision maker is not sure about the possible future outcomes, and these are the examples for the just decision making under uncertainty. Now next we are having the concept of method of decision making under uncertainty. So now when the case of decision making under the uncertainty, still some of the just criteria, some of the methods are proposed to make the optimal solution or the optimal course of action. And these are some criteria. Today we are going to discuss on these. First of all, that is maximum criterion, and this is also known as the pessimism. This criterion also known as the criterion of pessimism, and can be used when the decision maker is pessimistic about the future. Maximum implies the maximization of the minimum payoff, and here the decision maker will be pessimistic about the future. Second is the maximax criterion or the optimistic criterion. So this criterion of maximax is also known as the optimistic criterion, and this is a criteria of the optimism and can be used when the decision maker is optimistic about the future. So here the decision maker will be optimistic about the future, and just maximax will be given by the maximum of the maximum payoffs. Maximax implies the maximization of maximum payoffs, and the optimistic decision maker locate the maximum payoff for every possible course of action, and then he will take the maximum of these maximum payoffs. The optimistic decision maker locate the maximum payoff for each possible course of action. And next is the minimax criterion. So this is also known as the opportunist, and under this minimax regret criterion, the decision maker calculates the maximum opportunity loss. So here the decision maker will calculate the maximum opportunity loss values, and these are also known as the regrets for each or every alternative, and then he or she chooses the decision that has the lowest maximum regret. So in this way, in this criterion, the maximum opportunity loss values will be taken for the every alternative, and then the decision maker will find the lowest maximum regret from these. Next, the Harvey's criterion. This is also known as the weighted average criterion, and it is a compromise between the maximax and the maximum criterion. So this is a compromise of these two criterion, maximax and the maximum, and this criterion is based on the index of optimism or the pessimism of the decision maker in the process of decision making. So this can be taken as a weighted average criterion, and this will be based on the index of optimism or the pessimism of the decision maker. And last is the equal likelihood or the Laplace criterion, and here if there are n states of nature, suppose each can be assigned a probability of occurrence. So again we can say here in this equal likely criterion, we are assuming there are suppose n states of nature, and every state of nature is having the probability of occurrence is 1 upon n. That is called the equal likely occurrence concept. And because we are not familiar about the certain outcomes, the certain probabilities of outcomes, therefore just we have taken assumption in this case, in this criteria, and using these probabilities we compute the expected payoffs for each course of action, and the action with maximum expected value is regarded as optimal. So just we will assign the probabilities for the equal likelihood concept, and then we find the expected payoff for every course of action, and the action with maximum expected payoff expected value is just regarded as the optimal, and this is the criteria. And with this I conclude my today's session, and students are just advised to prepare objective and the subjective questions of this topic, the present topic, and with this I conclude my today's session. Thank you.